do. Believe that He will. I said that He will.
Oh, Jesus said that He will supply.
So friends, don't worry,
So my friends, don't you worry.
'cause I know He will. Oh, yes, this is
This is just
But he said, they shall put you out of the churches. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you. Unto you, but at the beginning, because I was with you. Verse 5.
He will
gone, but while I'm gone, I'm going to go on. I'm going to go on just a minute. But while I'm gone, don't be offended.
Though your vessel be empty, He will supply. For His yoke is easy.
I know
He will supply.
He will supply.
He will supply.
I know He will.
He will supply. Oh, Jesus said that He will supply.
I have any believers today?
Though your dreams feel like memories,
Don't worry, He will. Yes.
some relationships are now ended.
What will He do?
He will supply.
Believe that He will.
He will supply.
I said that He will.
Oh, Jesus said that He will supply.
So friends, don't worry,
So my friends, don't you worry.
'cause I know He will. Oh, yes,
This is just temporary.
oh, yeah.
He will supply.
He will supply.
He will supply.
See, I know He will.
He will supply.
Say,
Oh, Jesus.
I need somebody to say,
Oh, Jesus.
say my
Jesus.
How many know that He's sweet?
Sweet Jesus.
Everybody else says no, but we Jesus.
Oh, Jesus said that He will
I know He will supply. See, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor God's seed begging bread. He'll give you what you need, yeah. No matter what you need. Yes, He said it. Yes, He did. Come on and say it. How many know? How many know He will? I know it for myself. Oh, He told me when I go down in prayer that He will supply all my needs. He said it. You need to believe it that He will. Yes, supply. Give Him praise.
and of righteousness and of judgment. That Comforter
Though your vessel be empty, He will supply. For His yoke is easy.
I know He
will supply.
will supply.
He will supply.
I know He will.
Because the prince of this world will be judged. Because of sin, because he's going to send conviction. Because of righteousness, because we believe on him even though we can't see him. And we follow him anyway because of righteousness. Because of judgment, because he's going to judge the prince of this world, which is Satan. He's going to judge him, the prince of this world. Verse 12. I have yet many things to say unto you. I have yet many things to say unto you. But ye cannot bear them now. But 13, but howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whosoever he shall hear, that shall he speak. And he will show you things to come. Because of what? The Comforter. Because of the Spirit of God. In the book of Psalms, which we'll probably read it in our preaching today, and we will read it. In the book of Psalms 32 and 8 says that I will guide you with my eyes. I will guide you with my eye. I will guide you in this thing, in this world, in the things that you're going through, in the things of this old world. But as I guide you and try to guide you, I go back. It brings me back. Everything that I do in chapter 16 and that I would read in chapter 16 would bring me all the way back to verse 1 every time. I'm going to do this. I'm going to guide you of this old world. I'm going to bring sin, righteousness. I'm going to bring judgment on this old world. I'm going to judge Satan one of these days. All these people, all these things that's going on in this world. I'm going to judge and do all these things. But don't forget, don't be offended. Don't get caught up in being offended. Boy, it's easy to get offended in this old world. It's easy for that thing to come in and not that, like I said, not even to, but I'm going to send a comforter that inside of you that's going to convict you. It's going to reprove you of the sin and the righteousness and of the judgment that may come there, that it is going to come to this world. I'm going to do these things inside of you. You're going to feel inside of you. I'm not going to come and shake you or give you strength on your body like they did back in the Old Testament. I'm not going to do all them things no more. I'm not going to speak loud after you, big old audible voice. I mean, I don't know. But I'm going to come and I'm going to live inside of you where you can feel and have this relationship for yourself. But don't get offended because of them people that's doing these things that they shouldn't do. They don't even know me. They don't even know me. So then it takes us to that scripture. We don't wrestle against this flesh and blood. In Ephesians, we don't wrestle against that. 15, all these things that the Father have are mine. All the things. Check this out. We're fixing to shift gears just a little bit here. He's fixing to go away. We're telling him that he's going away. All things, 15, verse 15, that the Father have are mine. You know, the Father created everything. He created everything. And all the diseases and all the things that comes with the sins of this world, all the chaos and all the things. God created all the good things in the world. And I knowed you wasn't going to be able to handle it. So I'm going to go away talking to his disciples. And we know what they went through, didn't we? See, this is for us, but we can also preach now. Look what Paul and Peter and some of them boys on crucifying them and crucifying them upside down, putting them on an island of Patmos and doing all the things. We can preach that and go that thing, and I didn't really want to go that way, but that's what he's talking about. He's talking to his disciples on a lot of the things that they went through that at that time. But for today, this is the day that we're living in, that he's given us that scriptures today. It's for them as much as it is for us now, boys. I'm telling you what, he went away where he's going to send the comfort to you, that he will live inside of you, where you can go through these things. You can. "16. A little while, and ye shall not see me." Let me read 15 again. I don't know if I read all of it or not. "All things that the Father hath are mine. Therefore said I, that he may take of mine, and shall show it unto you." 16. "And a little while," verses 16 through 20, "a little while ye shall not see me again." Talking to his disciples. I just had a thought come to my mind. It really don't look like we're seeing the Lord much in the world, does it? You know what I mean? All these wars, and got two different worlds, and a lot of different stuff's going on in the world. All these things in the church world sometimes, and we're trying to say that, we want it back like it was 20 years ago, with the bobby pins flying and the altars loose and people getting saved and having revivals where 10 or 15 people would get saved. We could go through that stuff and look. He said, "But a little while, I'm going to be gone a little while." Telling these disciples, telling them, "I'm going to be lonely. This has got to happen just for a little while, because I want to save the world. I come to save the world. They know not me. They don't know who my Father is." "A little while, and ye shall not see me. And again a little while, and ye shall see me, because I go unto the Father." He's at the Father, living inside of me. I would say this, with all the chaos that Kenny probably most of the time brings on himself, I can get down and start praying, and I can start feeling that anointing of prayer, of that comforter, of that relationship. If you got something going on in your life, something you don't know how am I going to get this? How am I going to get this? I just can't feel that joy, boy. I'm telling you what, try a prayer. Try a prayer. Because for a little while, I see you not me, and again a little while, and ye shall see me, because I go unto the Father. Then said some of his disciples among themselves, "What is this that ye have said unto us? A little while, and ye shall not see me again. And a little while, and ye shall see me. And because I go unto the Father." I went right on into verse 17 there. "What is this that you say unto me?" You ever go through a valley? I'm the one that I just feel like I've not felt the Lord for a while. I've not felt this. You go through a valley and you, boy, I just don't want to know what's going on and what's happening, and you get all messed up, and you get over here and you might be offended. He said not to be offended. You might be offended to this or that, and you're going through this valley, and he tells you just for a little while sometimes, but if you'll come right back to me, and if you'll pray, honey, I'm right there where you left me most of the time. Right there. Verse 18, they said, therefore, I'll read it, but I think I got ahead of myself. They said, therefore, what is this that he saith a little while? We cannot tell what he saith. Now, Jesus knew that they were desirous to ask him, and said unto them, Do ye inquire among yourselves of what I said a little while? It would be, wouldn't it? See, he's walked with them. He's doing these things. He's talked about the Comforter. He's getting them ready. They fixing to be a crucifixion. We get on over here in the Gospels, and, we got 4 different accounts of got a lot of stuff going on, and he's just setting them up. He's trying to set them up and trying to let them know, and then he gets down here in a few minutes. He lets them know that they're going to be scattered, and it's, a lot of different things is going on, and I'm going to be crucified, boys. And when I'm crucified, I'm going to give up the ghost. We know that, and I'm going to go into my Father just for a little while. But I'm going to come again. Now, Jesus knew that they were desirous to ask him, and said unto them, Do ye inquire among yourselves of what I said a little while? And ye shall not see me again a little while? And ye shall see me? This is Jesus talking. Verse 20. Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep in lamentation, but the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. Ain't we seeing that right now? That you shall weep and go through all these things of losing loved ones, of having diseases in your family, of all these, maybe you find all these things. We can just fill in the blank there, can't we? Of all these things that Paul and Peter and John and Matthew and Andrew and all these boys, James, all these Mark, all these boys, they were going to go through. All these things that he knew that he was going to go through. And the world is going to rejoice while the world is rejoicing. It looks like that we've got a lot of sorrow. But in a little while, how long is it going to be gone? He said a little while. You can read it there about 4 verses. He said a little while. I'm in the King James Version. A little while. How long is it going to be gone? A little while. Just hang on. Just hold on to what you got. It may look like it's chaos out there, but he said it's just a little while. He said just a little while. We may not look like we're getting a lot done right now, honey, but you just give Dorothy just a little while. You give me just a little while. I'm still in control of what's going on. I've got everybody set where I want them right now. Just a little while. Verily, verily, I say unto you that ye shall weep in lamentation, but the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. Well, I like that this morning. He's a good God. He's a faithful God. I'm telling you what, honey, you don't give up on him. He's not going to give up on you. It don't matter what you've went through, no matter what you've done, just in a little while. Verse 21, and a woman, when she is in travail, check this out. Whoa! When a woman is in travail, because her hour is come, but as soon as she has delivered the child, in a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, a lot of happening, a lot of things going on in the world, a lot of things are going down, boys. That looks like that we might be, looks like that the church might not going to be able to make it. We might be in travail. Don't look like we're going to pull through. But he said just in a little while. Rip my page in my Bible. But as soon as she delivered the child, she remembereth no more the anguish, for the joy of the man is born unto the world. Now think about it. All I can do is imagine what a woman go through. I was there on 2 of my birth, when my 2 daughters were born, I do not recommend it to no man. I told my son-in-laws already, they asked me about it. I said, no, don't do it. I seen things and things went down that a man should not see. Don't do it. That's just Kenny's teaching there. These young men, they don't know no better. They want to be in there and get that, and I was talked into it. Boy, just a little while. That's good, ain't it? That's good this morning, ain't it? I have to be careful now. I've got it out of 30 minutes almost. Verse 21, I'll read it again. And a woman, when she is in travail, have sorrow, because her hour is coming. But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more. Just as soon as Jesus Christ splits them skies, comes down about cloud level, calls his church away, we'll remember it no more. But while you're here, don't be offended. You're going to be sorry. There's going to be a lot of sorrow. There's going to be a lot of travail, but it's going to be a lot of chaos. It's going to look like that I don't have no control, but I go to the Father which created everything, and I'm going to come again in a little while, and you're going to be filled with joy. She remembereth no more the anguish for the joy that a man is born into the world. And ye, verse 22, ye now therefore have sorrow. Ye now therefore have sorrow. But I will see you again. And your hearts shall rejoice. And your joy no man can take away. No man can take it away. Verse 23, and in that day ye shall ask me nothing. And in that day ye shall ask me nothing. Because of the sorrow that we go through sometimes, in the mourning, in the worry. We go through a space sometimes, and you may not feel like praying or like doing nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. But just remember that he's always there. Then when we go right back, we can pray. And he in that day he shall ask me nothing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, whoever ye shall ask, whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he will give it unto you. Matthew, I don't think I had it wrote down, I know, but in the book of Matthew chapter 7, he talks about ask and ye shall receive. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Seek and ye shall find it. It's all right to go through a little spell, but don't get lost in it. Because the joy of the Lord is right there. Because I go away for a little while, but while I'm gone, I'm going to send a comforter. Verse 24, have you asked nothing in my name? Ask and ye shall receive, for your joy may be full. If you ask nothing in my name, then you can't have nothing. You won't get nothing but of this old world. But if you ask it in my name, when you're going through that stuff like I was talking about a few minutes ago, when you're going through these things, these travails and all these things in the world, and we get down and we find that and they get in that prayer closet or in wherever you kneel at early in the morning and you pray and you woke up with all these things going on and you got that burden either for the church or you for family or for some friends, you got all them things, or maybe it not just be nothing at all, that really got nothing on your mind. You just know that you're burdened and you get up and you don't know for sure what to do, and you may drink yourself a cup of coffee and try to figure out what to go do, and you're flipping on the TV and you're just all of a sudden you're worried and you don't know what to do, and then you finally a light bulb goes off. Well, all you got to do is get down and pray. And you get down and pray, and it don't take just a little bit. And you start praying and having that relationship of that comforter that comes and lives inside of you. And you start giving him thanks. And also, I want to give I got another scripture after a while that I'm going to read in the book of Psalms. He said that it was a commonly thing for Christian people to praise him. It was a common thing for us to praise him. But we get all mixed up. But he said, but if you'll ask, ye shall receive, and your joy may be fulfilled. Verse 25. These things have I spoken unto you in Proverbs, that the time cometh when I shall no more speak unto you in Proverbs, but I shall speak to you plainly of the Father. I think that's what we've done today. We've tried our best to speak plainly. He said, I've come to you and I've speak parables and I've preached Proverbs and I've done, but the time has come where it's time for us to speak plainly about this thing, about what's going on in this old world, about Jesus Christ, and don't die lost and go to hell. You know, they still a hell. Yeah, boy, heaven. I've preached funerals. I've preached several this year and several last year funerals, and boy, it's easy to talk about heaven, but we don't talk about hell much. You know, there's a hell to shun, the weeping and the gnashing of teeth, the fire that's going to live and go for eternity. There's a hell that we have to shun. Ask and you shall receive. Don't be so offended that you get so lost in this world that you forget that there's a hell. That the world want to paint that all there is that there's just a heaven and there is no hell. All there is a heaven now. There's still a hell to shun. Verse 26. At the day ye shall ask in my name, and I will say unto you that I will pray to the Father for you. Make an intercession, sitting on the right hand of the Father, make an intercession for me and you. For the Father himself, verse 27, for the Father himself loveth you. Boy, ain't that good. Because ye have loved me. Talking about that righteousness earlier. That I come and live inside of you because of the righteousness that I come to this world. The righteousness. I have believed. Ye have loved me, and I have believed that I came, and ye have believed that I came out of God. Because we have believed that he came out of God. Jesus. Jesus didn't come out of, Jesus is not this hero thing or this other thing that's not real, this made up thing that the world's trying to make out. There's a hell. Jesus is he's a God. He's the Lord. His Father created all this. Don't get overwhelmed and offended that we forget that stuff. The basics of life, the basics of being the basics. Crucified. That's what Paul said. The basics. For the Father himself loved you, because I have loved me, and ye have believed that I came out of God. I came forth, verse 28, I came forth from the Father, and am come into the world again. I leave the world, and I go unto the Father. I'll be in the world, I'll leave the world, go unto my Father, but I will be in the world again. Verse 29, and his disciples said unto him, this is what we all ought to be able to say today. Now speakest thou plainly. This is the disciples talking back to Jesus. And speakest no proverb. Now I understand. But don't get overwhelmed and get offended. Chapter, the first verse. Verse 30. Joey, I got this wrote down. I just wrote this down. Joy is even when everything seems to be going bad. Joy in the Lord is when everything even seems to be going bad. That's joy. Everything around you. Not that you're laughing and having a cut up because something other's going bad, but I'm just talking about that joy inside of you. Maybe that sometimes nobody can see it, or maybe somebody can see it. That comforter that lives inside of us. Now thou speakest plainly. Verse 30. Now are we sure, the disciples, now are we sure that thou knowest all things, and needest not that any man should ask thee. But this we believe, that thou camest from God. We all believe that, don't we? That thou camest from God. I've had him do too much stuff for me, ain't you all? I've had him do too many things for me. If he don't do nothing else again, and I want to cut myself off because I like his blessings and I need him every day. But if he don't never, I've seen him do too many things for you. I've seen him do too much, boys, to turn back now. That thou believest thou come from God. Now are we sure that thou knowest all things, and needest not that any man should ask thee. By this we believe that thou camest from God. And then verse 31, Jesus answered them. Do ye now believe? Do ye now believe? Do you believe? Verse 32, behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered. Now check it out. Do you believe? Remember, do you believe? Because the hour is come, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered. Every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. He's fixing to go be crucified, boys. He's fixing to put him on. They fixing to start whooping him. They fixing to start doing things to him. They're fixing, in this old world, they're fixing to mock him. They're fixing to make him look like that the world's in control. And he make the world wants to make it look like that the world is what's blessing us instead of Jesus is blessing us. It looks like the world's are doing it. It looks like the governments are doing it. It looks like all these things are doing the blessing that they want to make it look like that they're the ones that's blessing us. And if we ain't get caught up in it, we ain't careful, honey, we'll believe it. We'll believe it. We'll believe that the world has done this for us, that they have comforted us, and they have sent this, and boy, we love this, and we love that one. We've got all these things, and they're going to make you feel like that. They're going to scatter you abroad. Do you believe? Every man to his own, and he shall leave me alone, and yet I am not alone. Because the Father is with me. Because the Creator, because the one and only God is with me. Boy, wouldn't it be torment not to be able to believe in God? the Father is with me. This last verse, very, very familiar verse. A lot of people quote it in verse 33. These things have I spoken. Very powerful. Very powerful. These things have I spoken unto you. All these things today have I spoken unto you. God. I've told you not to be overwhelmed or offended. I've told you that I'm going to have to go a little while and there's going to be a comforter. All these things that I have spoken unto you today, these things I've spoken unto you today, that in me ye may have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation. But ye be of good cheer, because I have overcome the world. These things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye may have peace. I'll read it again. In the world you're going to have tribulation. But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Amen. That is the end of our Sunday school lesson for today. We're going to take just a few minutes here in between Sunday school and our worship service today. Welcome everybody to stay, and God bless you.